Hey guys! It's been a minute, huh? So before we get into talking about Haikyuu, I do want to say, because if you guys are here wanting to see like me talking about Haikyuu every week, you guys obviously noticed that I didn't post last week, and there is a good reason why. It's just something happened unexpectedly that nobody in my family saw coming. If you follow me on Twitter, then you know, and on Instagram too, because I did post about it. But basically, just to make it sweet, short, and simple, me and my husband unfortunately made the hardest decision to, I'm getting kind of emotional, but to put our dog down. Which is one of our dogs, and you probably have seen her. If you've been here long enough, you've seen her in the background of my videos back when I used to sit on the floor and do my reviews that way. It's been a week since then, and you know, I feel okay enough to come back and, you know, talk about Haikyuu. So yeah, that is pretty much the reason why I was completely silent on here on my YouTube channel. I was even silent on my Twitter, which never happens. And yeah, it's been kind of rough. But yeah, you guys, I'm back and I'm okay, so no worries. Don't worry too much about me. I'm okay. I'll be okay. But yeah, so just in case if you guys were wondering where last week's video was, that is why. Other than that, I'm just gonna like do what I've usually been doing for the past few weeks with me talking about Haikyuu while I do my makeup as usual. I hope this video brings a smile to your faces. And I hope you guys enjoy hearing my ramblings, because let me tell you, this video is going to be a little bit all over the place because like my excitement levels were like on a different level, and you guys will see why in a few minutes. But anyways, enough chit chat, let's go ahead and roll the rest of the video, and I hope you guys enjoy. You guys, this episode, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see the anime only's reaction to this episode, because finally, the one thing that I've been keeping quiet for so long for the sake of the anime onlys, because I wanted to see their reactions, is finally here. And I guess let's just start off with that as I do my makeup, as I've been doing for the past, what, month or so? So yeah, which I don't even know what I'm gonna do makeup wise. Like, where do I even begin with this episode? Like, holy shit. Like, I'm having trouble deciding where do I begin. You know what? Let's just start off with the big reveal, because that is the one thing that I am dying to talk about, you know, for this video, because I waited so long. I've kept quiet for so long. I kept my mouth shut for so long, like about 3 to 4 years. At least 3 years I've been keeping quiet. The only place that I haven't been keeping quiet is on my Tumblr, but you know, hardly anyone uses that anyway. But that's like the only interaction I had, you know, regarding with the Haikyuu manga peeps, but that's about it. So yeah, other than that, I haven't really said anything regarding this reveal. So yeah, it's about time. And the reveal, the thing that I've been keeping quiet for so long, is that my boy Miya Atsumu, our boy, my beautiful, lovely fox boy, is indeed a twin. My boy has a twin brother. Can y'all believe that? And just the way that they revealed him was so beautiful. I'm kind of sad though that they kind of took out well, not took out, but they didn't animate Hinata's reaction as well as Kageyama's reaction. Well, they kind of animated Hinata's reaction to seeing the twins, but not Kageyama's, and I wish they would have animated that. If I can find the page that I'm talking about, which I'm pretty sure I can, because all of Haikyuu Twitter, the manga peeps, are always on top of it, I will insert it here if I can find it. If I can't, then you guys have to do your own research about it. But I'm kind of sad, a little bit bummed out that we didn't get to see that reaction. But you know what? Screw it, it's fine, because the way that they revealed my boy was 10 out of 10 perfect. Like, you guys, I cannot believe we finally witnessed the reveal of the Miya twins. Like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I've been waiting. This is the one thing that I was waiting for to see animated, and I was really hoping that that's where they would stop, because can you imagine if they would have stopped there at the twin reveal and then that was it? But no! The Haikyuu team went above and beyond and went a step further than that, because we got to see a little bit of the Inarizaki match, and I was just on the floor just going feral. I was like, what? Like, what? Like, they actually gave us a little bit of a sneak peek, a little taste of the Inarizaki match, and I cannot contain myself. Oh my gosh. I hate that they teased us like this. I hate that we gotta wait until July, but you know what? Fuck it. Whatever, right? I waited this long. What's another 3 months, right? Right? Inarizaki is here. My boy Osamu is here. And we got to see my boy Aran, and he sounds so beautiful. Can you guys tell how much I love Inarizaki? Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh my gosh. You anime onlys have no idea what's coming in July. You guys have no idea. Just the hype that is Inarizaki is just so insane and incredible. This match is one of my top favorites from Haikyuu. If not, I think it's probably like my #1 favorite. Probably. I have to like think about it really well before I say that, but honestly, I think it wins #1 in my heart. Out of like all my favorite matches, this is it. This is it. Cause yes, I love the Shiratorizawa match. There was a lot of cool moments, epic moments, which again is like another top favorite of everybody in the Haikyuu fandom. It's one of my favorites too. But Inarizaki, man, just takes it a step further for me, and just, I don't know, maybe it's because I personally really love Inarizaki as a team, as a whole, as much as I love Fukurodani and Nekoma. But like, oh man, like, I don't know what it is about Inarizaki that just made me really love him. I think it's the match itself because of like how amazing it was, but oh my gosh, like it's just definitely one of my top favorites. I can't, like I said, I don't want to say for sure it's like my #1 because like I gotta really think about it, but still like it's definitely up there. So going back to what I was saying earlier about how I was really surprised that they went ahead and showed us a little bit of the match. I really wasn't expecting that. I thought that, like I said earlier, they would probably just end it at the twin reveal and then that's it. But no, they really did take it a step further and showed us, you know, a little bit of a preview of what's to come in July, which I really love because that will generate hype from the anime onlys, because now it's not just going to be the manga readers that are constantly like hyping up this match and have been teasing for a while now to the anime onlys. This is the reason also why I've been like, you know, like giving a little bit of a spotlight to Atsumu for a good reason, and you guys are about to see it in July. You guys saw it, just a little bit of it in this episode. So yeah, there's just a lot of good stuff coming. Like I feel like I keep repeating myself, but I'm just sorry. It's just I have a lot of emotions, a lot of things to say, and I'm just like all over the place, so bear with me. I guess let's go ahead and start off with Osamu for a little bit, because like I've been dying to talk about my sweet onigiri boy for so long, which I don't even know where to begin, you guys. The fact that he is Atsumu's twin is just like, oh my gosh. I still remember the first time when he got introduced into the manga. I was just like, what? Like, wait. I remember everyone's reactions. Everyone was just going feral at the fact that Atsumu has a twin. Just set us all off, and we didn't see it coming. Nobody saw it coming, you know? Like, who would have thought that Furodate would be like, hey, about Atsumu, yeah, he's got another one of him. There's another copy out there. You know, like they just, what? And I think it's kind of clear to see now in my videos, I've been hinting just a little bit here and there about Osamu for a while. And especially on my Twitter, I've been hinting. I was like, there's a reason why I've been keeping quiet about Inarizaki, and there's a reason why. I want to talk about a specific character, but I can't right now until the reveal and until his, like, I didn't say necessarily reveal, I said like anime debut, but yeah. On top of that, like, there was this whole thing happening with the character sheets, which I did do a video if you guys want to see that. I mean, yeah, it's just me freaking out about Osamu. But yeah, you guys, like, I made a video there and it's just me freaking out and like wondering if it was okay for me to talk about Osamu, because they did reveal the character sheets and I was like, and an anime only did get spoiled and they were like, what? Like, wait a minute, like someone genuinely thought, I remember seeing someone's tweet, they really thought that Osamu was Atsumu, just with a different color of hair. And they were like, wait a minute, did he change his hair color or what's going on? And we were like, no, sweetie, no, read the name. And like, oh my gosh, that reaction from that person was just like so good. So that's also why I wanted to keep quiet, because like do you see my confliction there? Because I want the anime onlys to experience the Inarizaki team, experience Osamu and just see what he's all about too, and just, oh my gosh, July cannot come fast enough, man. Like, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for July. You anime onlys, like I said, are free to see that video of me freaking out about the character sheets, and it's just me freaking out about the other character sheets that were revealed, which was with Kita-san and Suna, and I'll put them here. But yeah, I mean, you guys will see by my thumbnail anyway, which now that Osamu is not considered a spoiler, I will be changing the thumbnail for that. So yeah, I had it prepared, you guys. I had it prepared for this day. What else can I say about Osamu? Like, we didn't really get to see like what he's all about and his personality, right? Like, you guys kind of see it, but not really. And it kind of sucks because we won't see like what he's all about and what he's like until July, which I'm like, why? But it's okay, because the spoiler ban has been lifted and it is okay for me to talk about my sweet onigiri boy. I love him so much and I cannot wait for the anime onlys to fall in love with Osamu. Like, if you love Atsumu, you're gonna like switch lanes constantly for the other twin, because oh my gosh. And not just for the twin, but everybody in Inarizaki as well, because these characters from Inarizaki are just so great, you guys. They're fantastic characters that you just can't help but fall in love with them. And I can't wait for the anime onlys to love and appreciate them. I can't wait for the anime onlys to love Kita-san and Suna and Aran. Aran is my boy. He's another one that I love dearly. Like, he's also, like I said earlier, I think in my video, at least, because I don't know, because like I said, I've been all over the place at the start. But Aran, oh my gosh, he is so precious, you guys, and just seeing him in this episode animated and talking was just 10 out of 10. Like, oh my gosh, he sounds so cute. Like, oh my gosh, like, oh my gosh. And then my sweet baby boy Suna, who is voiced by Shimazaki Nobunaga, like, it's great. It's a great day to be an Inarizaki stan and a Haikyuu stan, man. It's such a good day. It's such a good day. Besides that, I guess let's talk about Inarizaki, since like I'm already on the topic of Inarizaki. Like, why not? Man, this is gonna be a long video because like I said earlier, I'm jumping around. Bear with me. But Inarizaki, I was really surprised that we got to see a little bit of the match, as I said earlier. So I really was not expecting to see the epic moment from Atsumu, which was when he silences the whole entire stadium when he is about to serve. Like, no one else can do this but my boy Atsumu, and it is the most epic and cool thing ever, and seeing it animated was just so beautifully done. Holy shit, the way that they animated the movement was just, oh my god, that was like top tier. Like, just the way that Atsumu slowly goes in and he just like oh my god, it was so nice. And the way that they like made Atsumu look was just, oh I am in love, you guys. Like, my god, oh my god, oh my god. Like, that was beautiful. And then hearing the Inarizaki band and the cheers was just, oh my gosh. Like, when you read it in the manga, it's different, but seeing it animated is just like, it brings it to a whole different level, and it just kind of comes together. And just hearing all this noise and sounds, like, you read it but you can't hear it obviously, so just hearing it is just like, oh my gosh, it's great and it's beautiful. And the fact that we were able to see Atsumu's line about the noisy pigs, like, oh my god, Angry Mamo was just, damn man, like, Mamo was really out for my heart with that angry, low, deep voice. It's just, oh, like, I knew it was coming, but I was not ready for it, and it is the best thing I've heard this whole entire day, man. It was great. It was so great. Another thing I do want to talk about that I actually completely forgot about, which again, this is why I want to reread the whole Inarizaki match all over again, especially now that I know how to tell the twins apart now. You guys, let me tell you, reading it in the manga for the twins, like, seeing the twins was so hard. I was just like, which one is which? I was with Hinata, I was like, I don't know who is who. Like, how am I gonna figure this out? Like, I was slowly like remembering everyone else, right? Everyone's names. But for some reason, the twins, I just could not figure out for the life of me who was who, and I was just like, which one are you? But basically, it took me until the very end of the Inarizaki match to figure out which one was which. Which I cannot believe it took me that long. But yeah, like, the twins are just fantastic. And I'm back to talking about the twins, right? Going back to what I was trying to say earlier. The one thing I forgot regarding this match was when they booed Asahi when he was about to serve. I was like, oh yeah, that happened, which kind of has me worried, because I'm like, ooh, maybe this could potentially not get people not to like Inarizaki, because when they booed Asahi, like, I'm not gonna lie, I was just like, bitch. Which, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to hear Miya's reaction. When I talk to her later and she sees the episode, like, she's not gonna like that they booed her boy. She is not. Which, speaking of Miya, she's my good friend, and we also have a podcast together, which we will be talking about this first core of Haikyuu, so stay tuned. So that way you guys can hear her thoughts about this first core of Haikyuu on our podcast, and details will be down below if you guys want to follow the podcast and stuff. Yeah, just a little self promo there. But yeah, you guys, I completely forgot that they booed Asahi. Like, no joke, I forgot about that, and I was like, oh yeah. And I can't say anything else about that because, yeah, spoilers obviously, but yeah, I was like, oh man, that's gonna be tough for our Kurasano boys. Which makes sense because, you know, Inarizaki is like this big thing, and they are a seeded school. They were like the second spot, I believe is what they were saying. So yeah, like, the second best. So when you hear that, I remember like reading that in the manga, and I was thinking, how in the hell is Kurasano going to get out of this match alive? Like, how are they going to do it? Because just hearing that they're the top favorite and that they were like in second place is just insane, and that just tells you how good Inarizaki is. And it's like, wow, like, how is this all gonna play out? And it's so exciting because this is why I'm excited to see this animated in July, because it is just so epic. Everything that happens is just full of greatness and epicness. It's just top tier, one of the best matches that is in Haikyuu for sure, and one of the matches that you anime onlys will remember. Which, by the way, you guys, at the very end of this episode, the visuals that you get with our Inarizaki boys and them in a shrine was so great, which will probably end up being my thumbnail. And on top of that, they switch over and you see Kurasano on the other side. It was great, and it reminded me of the color page, which, if I can find it, I'll put it here. It reminded me of this color page for Haikyuu, and man, oh man, like, I feel like that's probably a reference to that, but I don't know. But yeah, like, that's what it reminded me of, and I was just like, oh, like, that is so cool. Like, the way that they ended it with those visuals was like fantastic. Like, what a way to end this first core. But yeah, you guys, Inarizaki, like, is great, and I'm glad that we were able to see Atsumu play for a little bit, and we were able to see like the twins too. Like, that switch thing that they did like was so cool. Like you guys have no idea what's coming. You anime onlys are just you guys aren't ready. You guys are not ready. Anyway, but let's go ahead and just talk about Kurasuno for a little bit, because like this whole video is already starting to be just a whole entire thing of me talking about Inarizaki, which as it should be, because they deserve it. They deserve it because they're one of my favorite teams, and you guys will see why in July. Anywho, but because Inarizaki also has like this black uniform, Kurasuno has to switch over to their orange uniform, which is great because we never seen them in orange, you know, besides Nishinoya. And oh my gosh, everyone looks so good in orange. I can't believe we're seeing them in orange, like finally. I also love that Kageyama was like, you know, Hinata, you look like a fucking tangerine. That had me dying, and it's just, oh my gosh, like he really does. Like my boy Hinata is just full on orange. Like there's no way you can miss him. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, maybe you can because he probably camouflages with everybody being in orange and then his orange hair. But yeah, it's great seeing my boys finally in the orange uniform. Like it's great. It's great. And it looks like the night before they were trying to come up with a plan to see what are they going to do about Inarizaki, because Coach Ukai was basically giving it to them straight and was like, okay, I'm not going to sugarcoat things, but these guys are like the top favorites right now. And on top of that, like they are seeded and they were like in second place, I believe is what they were saying. Like I said, I can't remember too sure, but yeah. So he said this is probably going to be our strongest opponent that we're facing on the second day. And it's funny because in the previous episode, they did say, I think it was one of Nekoma's characters. I don't remember who it was. At least I think it was someone from Nekoma. I could be totally wrong. But this character went on and said, you know, the second day is the hardest, and we were pretty much reminded of that day. Like, we know it's gonna be hard and difficult, but once you're there and you're in it, that's when you really realize, like, that rude awakening that, man, maybe the first day was kind of hard, but the second day is no joke. And it's just kind of insane how Nationals is, and it's just, man. And on top of that, like, what luck did Kurasuno have to be going up against Miya Atsumu's team, like one of the top setters on top of that. So it's like, damn. Kurasuno is in for a wild match, man, and so are you anime onlys. And you know, us manga readers too, because we're gonna see this animated. The match that we've all been like dying to see animated is finally here. I do like that, you know, they gave us a little bit of details of like what to expect with Inarizaki, because they do have like this, like I said earlier, like a little meeting to talk about it, and everyone's like really serious. And like Coach Uka was saying, you know, it's gonna be a difficult match, so be prepared, because they have like all these amazing players. On top of that, they also have Atsumu, and not only that, they also have his twin brother. So it's definitely gonna be one hell of a match, man, and that is all I will say. I do like that Hinata is just like not nervous at all. He's just super excited to play against a strong school, and this is just, it's Hinata. Like, what did we expect? Like, everyone's feeling a little nervous and is like, oh man, we really do have bad luck. But Hinata's just like, let's go, like we're in this, let's do it. If we beat them, then that means we're like second best too. I mean, it's just like, oh, Hinata's mindset is just great. Leave it to Hinata to like brighten up the room a little bit and just have everyone calm down just a little bit, you know? Which, by the way, since we're already on the topic of Hinata, he is testing his jumping skills to the point where he forgets to hit the ball, and it's just, oh my gosh, I love it, because there's this moment like you see on the other side of the net, Osamu is just like over it and he's done, and he notices it like very well. He's just like, are they really experimenting like right here, right now? And then you see like everybody is watching. Like you see my boy Bokuto like with Akashi, and then you see Sakusa, you see Hoshimi watching Hinata, like, oh. So it was nice to see like those characters for a little bit in this episode. And I do like that Atsumu was like saying, you know, I thought Kageyama is the type of person to do things at the beat of his own drum, But then he sees Hinata and he's just like, we've got ourselves a troublesome opponent, you know? Like, man, oh man. Like, Atsumu has his eyes on Hinata now, for sure. Because, you know, at the start of this episode, he had his doubts about Hinata because he doesn't see him as a threat, really. And Kageyama told him, you know, straight up, he was just like, you know, he's like, yeah, he sucks, but he's not weak, so be prepared, man. And, you know, Kageyama did tell him. So this is definitely gonna be an interesting match, man. Like, I don't know what else to say and tell you guys. Like, the hype is real. Is there anything else that I need to say regarding this week's episode? I'm trying to remember if there's anything else I'm forgetting. Oh, the thing with Tanaka and Kanoka, like, let's talk about that for a little bit, because they did give a little bit of spotlight to that. So last week's episode kind of left off with that cliffhanger of Tanaka having a chance thanks to, you know, Enoshita telling him that straight up. And our poor boy Tanaka realizes that he did not have a chance with Kyoko, and he was just like, wait a minute. And my poor boy is like trying to process this all at once, and he's just like, but wait, like, hold on, like, what? To the point where he starts getting like really nervous around her. Like, he was already nervous, but like this added on makes him even more nervous, and like he doesn't know what to do, and he's just like, oh man, because, you know, he really, really likes Kyoko. And it looks like he doesn't see Kanoka as like anything else other than a friend, which kind of sucks for Kanoka because she's so cute and beautiful and like great, and she's got like, she's crushing hard, and it's so adorable. And it's so funny because like her friend like straight up tells her, you know, don't take this the wrong way, but I don't know what you see in him. And then she does tell her friend, you know, it's because of this. He stood up for me when I didn't for myself, and he always was there for me and made me feel better about myself. And I'm like, that's so sweet. But they do have like a little bit of a moment together where they're alone outside, and it's like so cute because you can tell she's really nervous, and she finally builds up the courage to like tell him, and it looks like she's gonna tell him, but she gets interrupted by her cousin, and Tanaka was like, oh my god, was this a whole misunderstanding and I've just been thinking about this like wrong and freaking out about this for no reason? And because of that, he like runs off and stuff like that, and poor Kanoka, like poor Kanoka, pobrecita. And for those of you that don't speak Spanish, pobrecita is just like poor her. So yeah, anyway, I felt really bad for her. I remember reading that and I was just like, oh no, because I really wanted them to have like a little moment, and like maybe for Tanaka to fall in love with her or something like that, you know? Like, I know she does say like, I didn't come here to fall in love or something like that, but like I'm rooting for her. Like, you just can't help but root for Kanoka, man. But I do like that her friend like encourages her. He's like, well, he doesn't have a girlfriend, so you never know. Like, you still got a chance. Like, go for it, girl. Like, her friend is like the real MVP, man. Like, that is really cute. Which again, she ends up seeing Tanaka, and they end up talking again for a little bit, and Tanaka, thanks to Kanoka, she was like, oh, that was my cousin, like, sorry about that. And he's just like, wait a minute, this is a misunderstanding of a misunderstanding. Like, poor Tanaka was just like, hold up. Like, this was too much for his brain to handle. But I do like that she talked to him and she was like, you know, I'm not the same person. She's like, just watch me. And it's just like, like, I love that. Like, she told him, you know, watch me. And it's just, it's great. And that's when our boy Tanaka realizes that he's being left in the dust. He's like, man, I need to do better. And I'm just like, man. Like, that was a really great moment between him and Kanoka, and it was great. It was cute. It was beautiful. It was great. Yeah, you guys, I think that pretty much concludes like my overall thoughts with this week's episode of Haikyuu. Lots of good stuff. I know I didn't really talk about like everything that happened there. I mean, there's really not much that I can talk about without spoiling, so that's why it was just mainly me freaking out about Inarizaki, and I'm really sorry about that. But overall, like, this is, wow, what a way to end this first core, because it left me wanting more, and I knew they were gonna do that. I knew they were gonna do this. So the last few seconds that we see, and it's over, and it says to be continued, and I'm like, and then they showed you like the visual for the next core, and it's just like, oh my gosh, which I've already seen because it's been posted all over Twitter, which I think that visual got posted like a week ago, I think. I can't remember. So yeah, I'm glad that now finally I can say whatever the hell I want and retweet all the art of my boy Osamu and just freak out about him now. And you know, for the anime onlys to welcome my sweet onigiri boy. I'm definitely gonna be serving lanes for a lot of these boys on Inarizaki. I can't wait for the anime onlys to meet the team and get to know them and their personalities and what they're like. It's just, oh my gosh, exciting stuff, man. And I cannot wait for July. It cannot come fast enough, man. But other than that, you guys, that is it for this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!